This is one of the realities of hunting on state land that was once a town. Now that it's a ghost town, a lot of the old wells and cisterns are still here. So luckily that's deep enough in these honeysuckle where you shouldn't be treading anyways. But yeah, you gotta watch it. I've seen quite a few of them. There's a lot of old silos too that are somewhat covered over, just like this one is, almost camouflaged. And that goes pretty deep. I'm not going to get too close to it because there might be an avalanche, but that's a real issue in this area since there were a lot of farmers here and a lot of houses. You don't want that to end up being a day destroyer. It's another day in the woods. I got my coffee. Let me show you my view while I'm drinking. Gorgeous out there, isn't it? So today is my last day that I can drive into the forest because they locked the gate on December 31st. Oh, here comes the sun. Look at this. Yeah, so they locked the gate December 31st here, and then small game will continue until February 28th, and then we have to park in the perimeter parking areas, which is a good deal also, but I figured even if nothing comes out of today, I want to take one last drive through and get to my favorite spot. Let's see what's going on. Not too much. Pretty quiet. A little bit of snow on the ground in some areas. I'm not seeing any footprints. None whatsoever. Not even deer. I did find a deer hangout up underneath some hemlocks and a lot of droppings, but other than that, this is it. Just a good day to enjoy the quiet. My favorite, Garibaldi Raisin Biscuits. I have no affiliation with them. I just love their product. They finally came in from the Vermont Country Store. It took about 3 weeks to get here. But that's okay. It's worth the wait. These things are delicious with coffee. And when I was growing up, there was a similar product. It's a crispy biscuit with currants. And my grandmother always had them. I don't know if it was the same brand or not, but when I was a little girl, that's what she offered us when we went over to visit her, were these delicious, crispy, chewy currant biscuits. They come out of the UK. I'm not sure if the Vermont Country Store had them in stock there. Probably not, because it's a big favorite during the holidays. But if it had to come from overseas, I'd kind of be surprised. A lot of places around here who stock treats from Ireland and England and sometimes Sweden, they did not get their shipments. So, but the Vermont Country Store is pretty special. And I have no affiliation with them either, except that they supply me with the best raisin biscuits I've ever had. So I'm not sure if somehow they've got a trick or something that works for them, but they can definitely find you a rare and almost obscure object. They're really good at it. Everything's frozen. There's really no place for the geese to land, or any of the ducks. The mallards will hang around, so will the black ducks. But they really have no place to land. Everything is pretty much frozen. I haven't seen any open water in the past few days. Even with all the rain we had. I think I'm just gonna do like moment of nature videos from now on. I'm going to continue to hunt small game through the end of February in this state land because it's all I've got. But I think I'm going to spend a little bit more time doing, like, you know, moment of zen kind of videos. There's an awful lot of it out here, even in the winter. I'm hoping we get a little bit of snow so I can get out on snowshoes with the gun and maybe do some tracking. That would be really nice. I'd love that. The last snowfall we got was just a little too much. I can't get my vehicle in here, and if you want to park somewhere, you'd have to shovel it out yourself. So we got about 12 inches. I don't know if I want to deal with that. If we get something like 6 and under, I'll be out here. It's one of my favorite hills right up there. Up there is where I got a grouse last year, late October. Not too many people believe that, but it happened. Amazingly. Birds are still under a lot of pressure in this area because of West Nile. I was talking to a hunter earlier, and he was trying to help another fella get his beagles back, and I ended up doing the same thing. So we kind of crossed paths, and he said that this year they're just exercising the bird dogs because they're not even seeing the birds, the birds that they are stalking in the state forest. I had a talk with one of the NCON cops, one of the environmental conservation cops, the day before regular deer season. And he said, you know, the fox are really prolific this year. I said, yeah, I've noticed that. I had a female way up the hill behind my house who had some kits. And they're very healthy this year. In recent years, I've seen an awful lot of mange and an awful lot of carcasses in the springtime. But this year, they're all fluffed out. Beautiful coats on them. Very healthy looking animals. So, a fox will grab a pheasant meal in a heartbeat. It's also a lot of pressure in state forests, as most people well know. See it? Old combine. Remnants of the past.